Let's start this case. The equation of motion of a particle started at t is equal to 0 is given by x is equal to 5 sine 20t plus pi by 3, where x is in centimeter, so automatically this comes in centimeter and t is put in second. When does the particle first come to rest? First case is, second part is first have 0 acceleration, and third part is first has maximum speed. If you know SHM, we'll start it by this particular part. The particle might start from its mean position, it goes up till its extreme position, then it reverts back to its extreme, which is at the other end around, and then again comes back to its mean position. This is the particular scenario where at mean position velocity is maximum and acceleration is 0, or net force is equal to 0, and at extreme position acceleration as well as force is maximum but the velocity is equal to 0. And this happens for the positive extreme as well as for the negative extreme also, that acceleration comes out to be maximum and velocity comes out to be equal to 0. In this particular case, in the first part, he is talking about the point where the particle first comes to rest. Rest means velocity being equal to 0. That means he is talking about the point where velocity is equal to 0, and that is only extreme position in this case. Now the particle starts with x at t is equal to 0. If you calculate x comes out to be 5 sine pi by 3, or 5 into sine pi by 3, which makes it sine pi by 3 being equal to root 3 by 2. So this is 5 root 3 by 2 at the initial instance. So basically the particle is starting from somewhere over here at the positive x direction, because this part represents positive x and this part represents negative x. The first time when its velocity comes out to be equal to 0, that is the extreme position, or x is equal to a, where a is equal to 5 in this case, and the equation is something like this. So basically 5 becomes equal to 5 sine 20t plus pi by, not 5, it is 3, or sine of 20t plus pi by 3 comes out to be equal to 1. I'll just turn around the page. The basic equation which we have to solve up over here is sine of 20t plus pi by 3 is actually equal to 1. Now this is a trigonometric equation which has various roots possible. Now what are the roots? Let's see them. This is possible when 20t plus pi by 3 is either actually equal to pi by 2, or it is equal to 3 pi by 2, or it is equal to 5 pi by 2, and so on. We'll continue from this part, right? 3 pi by 2 is not there. It is either equal to pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2 or 9 pi by 2, and this series continues in this way. Basically we need the value of time which is minimum, so we'll just simply pick up the first root, that is 20t plus pi by 3 being equal to pi by 2, or 20t being equal to pi by 2 minus pi by 3, or pi by 6, or t being equal to pi by 120 seconds. This is the answer to the first problem. In the second part, what do we do over here? Let's check it out. In the second part in the problem, we have been asked the time at which the acceleration becomes 0 for the first time. The first time for which a comes out to be 0. This happens at mean position. So basically he is asking for the first time when we reach the mean position. First time when we reach mean position. The mean position has a simple coordinate, that is x is equal to 0, or x can be written as 5 sine 20t plus pi by 3 being equal to 0. This is only possible when sine of 20t plus pi by 3 is equal to 0, or 20t plus pi by 3 is actually equal to 0, or pi, or 2 pi, or 3 pi, and so on up till infinity, because we would have a large number of roots in this particular case also. Now in this particular case we require the minimum value of time, so we can start with 20t plus pi by 3 being equal to 0. In this case, if we calculate, the time comes out to be negative, so we have to neglect this particular root, because we practically know that time can never be negative. So basically we will pick up the next root, that is 20t plus pi by 3 being equal to pi, or 20t comes out to be pi minus pi by 3, or 2 pi by 3, or time comes out to be 2 pi by 3 into 20, or pi by 30 seconds. So basically the acceleration is equal to 0 for the first time at t is equal to pi by 30 seconds. In the next part, the C part, we need to find out the first time when the speed is maximum. The speed is maximum for the first time when we reach the mean position, and we do reach the mean position at t is equal to pi by 30 seconds. So this becomes the answer for the third part also. This is how this case can be done. Now I would go on to suggest an alternate method to this particular problem in this case also. The alternate method is basically based on the comparison of simple harmonic motion with a circular motion. Let's see how that can be done. The basic equation is x is equal to 5 sine 20t plus pi by 3. Now this particular situation has a is equal to 5 centimeters, omega is equal to 20 radians per second, and phi is equal to pi by 3 radians per second. Now basically what is happening is that this particular part can be replaced by a circular motion by the concept of radius. Basically we would have a vector which starts with an angle phi, which in this case is pi by 3, and move in an anti-clockwise direction with an angular speed omega. Now the projection of this particular particle on the x-axis gives the equation of SHM, or the sign part, so that can be treated like an SHM. This central position over here is mean position. So mean position would be covered by the particle when the particle on the circle reaches the top and the bottom part. This particular position over here is extreme, positive extreme, and this position over here is negative extreme. So basically these 2 points would be covered when the particles on the circle reach these 2 consecutive points. Now basically it starts from here and starts moving with an angular velocity omega, where omega is equal to 20 radians per second. It would reach the extreme position for the first time when this particular case is happening, that is, it has covered up this particular angle. Now this angle is equal to pi by 3, so naturally that angle has come out to be equal to pi by 6, and the time taken to reach from initial position to extreme position is actually theta traversed by angular velocity omega, where in this case theta traversed would be pi by 6 and angular velocity omega is 20. So this time taken comes out to be pi by 120 seconds. That is answer number 1. In the second part to this problem, in the second as well as third part to this problem, the time required is from initial position to extreme position. Now if you see the circular motion, time required is from initial position to mean position for the first time. If you see the circular motion, initially the particle is at a phase of pi by 3 over here, and ultimately it has to reach up to a particular phase of this particular point, because if you move on a circle, first time you will reach mean position when the vector comes over here. So basically the angle traversed in this case would be pi minus pi by 3 or 2 pi by 3, and that too at an angular velocity of omega. So time required would be equal to theta by omega, or 2 pi by 3 by 20, or pi by 30 seconds, which is the answer to the second and the third problem. Thank you.